Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lucore Automotive. When we left you last with the 1973 Dodge Charger of 73 Charger Chick, we had just got the engine bay completely stripped out. Katrina and I had spent a very long time throwing every chemical we've known to man at it and using mechanical scrapers and whiz wheels and literally everything we could think of to try to get this thing stripped down. And we finally threw in the towel and hired somebody, and he came out and media blasted this thing with crushed glass bead, which did a fantastic job of getting it all cleaned. Stripped all this stuff down mighty nice. I've been talking with our good friend Steve, who has the stunning 68 Chevelle, and he's been kind of being our prep coach as far as getting the paint ready to, or getting ready to do paint, because your paint is only as good as your prep. So today we are going to rub this entire thing down with some lacquer thinner to get all of the extra grease and grime and stuff out from underneath this hood. Whatever is possibly left from blasting, if he knocks some grease around, because there's a lot of greasy bits that were still in here. Strip all that down as much as we possibly can, get that surface as clean as possible, and then we're going to lay down some primer, and then we're going to lay down some paint. And by the end of this video, this engine bay right here is going to be a beautiful shade of green. It should be the same color green on the outside. So Katrina's on her way up here, and we're going to get rocking and rolling. Hope you guys are enjoying this. It's going to be a whole episode about painting, which is like one of my least favorite things to do. Stay tuned. You can see there is just a tiny little bit of flash rust on the bare metal from last night. We're not real particularly worried about that. It did get down to 55 degrees, so we have a little bit of a humidity here that's set in, but otherwise it's pretty clean. So already wiped down this side. You can see we already got lacquer thinner that's on there. We are going to be using Rust-Oleum lacquer thinner for our prep, because that's what Steve said, and Steve knows what he's doing, so much more so than I do. So shop rag, lacquer thinner, rubby, here we go, and clean. Man, it always works when I watch it on, and clean. Ow. First coat of etching primer going down. So we're actually going to do this in multiple phases here. We're using a self-etching primer, which is this guy here. And then once that's done, move on to filler primer, and then onto the actual paint. It is an absolutely perfect day here in central Ohio. It's 80 degrees, sunny, with beautiful clouds. It's perfect. And busted out the old Lucore Automotive tent to have a little bit of shade to work underneath. Paint is officially happening. Look, it's Katrina.
I know.
And it's her car. You remember this?
Yes. I still love my girl.
Yeah.
I do.
So, I think we started this process in July. I think.
Probably.
Scraping it and cleaning it and scraping it and cleaning it.
And it was bullshit.
But now she's nice and clean.
Yes.
And we've got our first layer of primer down. Self-etching primer. So, yeah, buddy. Are you excited?
Yes.
Gonna finally get this car done?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's shut up and get back to work.
Because at this point, I'm just over it. I'm over it all.
No, not over it. It's got to get this car done so we can go out and have some fun with it.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Tag in. Let's get some work done. What do you think, lady?
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better. Way easier. I've been trying to find somebody to clean this out and do it, and I couldn't find anybody to take the job because it was too small. They wanted to paint the whole car. I'm like, I don't have $10,000 checks laying around that I haven't cashed yet, so I can't do that right now.
So, etching primer is all laid down. Generally speaking, hit just about every surface we possibly could, especially anything that was that's bare metaled. a lot of these bits and pieces are going to get replaced. So it doesn't matter if we paint them, like the brake booster and that kind of stuff. Like some of this stuff is going to probably get replaced. The brake lines and other bits and pieces will get replaced, so it's all nice and pretty underneath the hood. But this way we've got paint on absolutely everything. We've got all the surfaces protected because we don't want to have this car start rusting out. Because what we had before, after they blasted this thing, was absolutely bare metal. But there you go. Self-etching primer is done. Time to let this thing set for 20 minutes or so. And then we'll move on to the gray primer. This moves a lot faster than cleaning.
For sure.
Out here in the back 40. Artsy farts time. Crafty time, right?
I'm getting a lot of air.
Now you have to do a perfect job on this.
Yeah.
Or people are going to judge you.
Again, if you're buying, I'm flying. Send you my Venmo and my Cash App. I accept Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle.
And cold hard cash.
Yeah. And of course the wind's blowing.
Good job. Looks beautiful. You're doing great. It's all about the prep work. Prepping. Having fun. I will say that this is unbelievably handy to have a short little person to be able to put in the engine bay to be able to get this stuff done with.
It's handy to have a big ass car. Or we can't cuss on YouTube.
We can.
To have a big engine bay.
Yeah.
To be able to.
And for everybody who's concerned about fender covers, looky. Fender covers. Oh, that's because we don't want to overspray, but the fenders are covered. There you go. I know I mentioned this before, but that's what we're going with now. It's a filler primer. Gray. It's all about the prep work. Let's go back here and check on Katrina with her still in the etching primer phase back here on our hood hinges. It's been long enough for this stuff to dry, so we got to rotate it, throw some more paint down. Oh, it looks great. You're doing fantastic.
Thanks. It's kind of easy.
Now, I actually did just get off the phone with Mark from A1, which oddly enough, he called me about some axles for a 66 GTO that one of his customers needs. So we are actually going to head out to A1 here shortly, and I'm going to pick up a couple more cans of paint. We were talking, and this paint is, I've got 3 cans of this that Mark made me before. It's the same color code as the rest of the car. But I've got 3 cans, and we're worried that if we want to really make that engine bay look great, we may run out of paint because we've used essentially 2 cans of the primer just to get everything in prime. So we're going to go pick up 2 more cans of this paint just to be able to make sure we can get a good quality, probably 2 coats underneath that engine bay to make it really look nice. So once we get all this stuff done, I think we're going to take a short break. We're probably going to let the primer set and run out to A1, which is like an hour that way, to be able to get paint, and then we're going to probably move on to the day 2 to actually lay color down on this thing. But so far we're actually moving forward. It's nice to see this actually coming together, because once we get this engine bay painted, then we can set that big beautiful 451 Mopar in there, and then we can just start, you know, getting everything else done that we need to really get done. I'd love to see that car running maybe by the end of the month. Probably not.
I made it short, but it's still difficult to get in here.
I'm assisting.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm helping. Helping?
touch that.
Helping.
That's gonna, we'll wipe that off. Because I have to step on that. I can't step down on the ground.
Like a ninja.
I am.
All right. Continue.
All right. Where are we?
You got to finish off over there on the side. See that there? That there?
See that?
Up there?
Here.
A couple here. Not here. 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 There we go. Basically everything that was green, make it gray. All right, that's how it works. And look at that. Look at the footprint. Would you look at that? Just look at that. Full disclosure, as I mentioned earlier, some of this stuff is going to get replaced. There's new sway bars, there's new strut rod bars, there's new lots of things that are going to go on this car. So a lot of the stuff that we're spraying right now is not necessarily needing painted, but put paint on all of it from now, and we'll work that out later. I don't know whose that is or why that's here. Another day here at Lucore Automotive. Missed the spot. Back in there, missed the spot.
I didn't get over there yet.
Oh, okay. You having fun?
Yeah. I don't mind painting.
I ain't got my...
But,
did you get back here yet?
That whole scrubbing was bullshit. Beep.
Yeah, that was not a good time. Never doing that ever again. Oh, look at that. There's a spot right there underneath the white motor.
Okay. Ain't nobody gonna see that.
For those of you who keep asking, when do we ever get to see Austin doing work on camera? Well, this is what I do, okay? I got dirty. See? Brand new shirt. I got it dirty. I'm working hard. Yeah. And you're gonna watch this video. So that's what I do.
Oh, there he is. That's not a praying mantis. Oh yeah, it's a baby. It's a baby praying mantis. Hi. I think we're good. I've painted all the things.
No missed spots?
Well, I painted what I could see that was missed.
Anything that was, yeah, that's your only...
I know, that's my only...
That's your only real
That's okay.
rough spot.
That's okay. It's alright. It's okay, girl. Gives her care.
Nobody's going to care.
No, because they're going to be looking at the pretty purple engine.
Exactly. And your pretty green engine bay.
Shiny chrome and the green car.
All right. So everything that was green, yeah. more accurately, they're going to be paying attention to the cute little redhead. Everything that was green is now gray, I believe.
Give me the can.
Other than that footprint that's right there in the middle.
It'll be covered.
Primer's good. We're going to push this thing inside for the night. Let it sit inside to cure. We're going to run over to Mark at A1, Buckeye Lake, and pick up a couple more cans of our custom mixed green paint. I also do have 2 more cans of this Rust-Oleum filler primer coming because we are completely out and we have to do the springs still. So we're going to get that done, and in case there's any more spots we need to hit in the morning. Otherwise, yeah, we're pretty good. Well, welcome to Buckeye Lake. Isn't it beautiful? Hey.
It is a cute little place.
Road construction.
More construction. Well, I mean, it is Ohio.
It is Ohio. So something that I want to address that happened, that we get a question about this all the time, is why in the world do you drive all the way out to Buckeye Lake to get stuff? Well, the answer is because Mark is here. This is a good quality American small business owner, mom and pop shop kind of situation. Mark is a great stand-up dude. He's willing to go above and beyond for anybody, anytime, for anything. That's why we're here. That's why we drove an hour out here to do this. Mark is able and willing to make us custom paint to be able to match what we need. And he's awesome. So that's why we're here.
And he puts it in a spray can.
He puts it in a spray can. And we have stuff to talk about also about your window louvers. We got to talk about how to re-purplize your...
My louvers.
Yeah, your window louvers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because my paint job was unsuccessful.
It looked great. It just doesn't stay on.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna make it right. We got some advice from our technical paint consultant.
Yes.
So we need to talk to him about that and get the right stuff.
Yes. Yay, we're at A1. Here you go. A1 Auto Parts, Buckeye Lake. The way it used to be in the auto parts world is how it still is here. All right, let's go get some more paint.
Well, hello there.
He left the lights on for us, just like he said.
Leave the lights on for you.
Well, you're not closed yet, so.
That's right. What's going on?
We need, look at this.
What? Look.
See?
It's already sitting on the counter.
Right there.
Look at that.
That is customer service.
Would you look at this?
Right there. Just look at it.
Look at it.
Look at it.
Ain't that something?
There you
It
go.
happens around here sometimes.
Appreciate that.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
All right. Well, we've been here for a bit.
Yeah.
Hour?
Yeah, about an hour.
Hour?
45 minutes. Yeah,
And
okay.
my 2 cans of paint, in true good salesman fashion, has changed to more cans of paint and other things. And yeah, you may have noticed we didn't do any respirator stuff because we were doing this outside. And Mark has pointed out that we really do not want to be spraying this kind of paint in the lungs. It's not good for us.
No.
So we've got some respirators, one for Katrina, one for small, one for large, fat guy size, and one cute girl size. And then we've also got this, which is our adhesive promoter, to be able to get the opera window covers on the back that are flaking off the paint, to be able to put paint back on them properly so that it actually stays on there. And I think we bought everything Mark needs to sell us. So, sir?
You better leave for I think it's something else.
Yeah, well, you're closed.
All right. Oh, I am close. Sorry. Okay, Bill. Thank you.
All right, back to work. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And by the way, I just charge you for the can. I didn't charge you for any paint. So I
Oh.
just charge you for the spray can. So that.
Shh, don't tell anyone. Welcome back. It is the next day. Time to start painting. As you can see, it's outside. Everything's nice and dry. Looks excellent. We're very happy with how this turned out. So, time to do some painting. Now, I may be a little bit off my A game today as far as energy goes. I unfortunately drank some poison tea last night. But, fortunately, I've been training my body for years to resist iocane powder. So, I'm going to be all right. But I'm a little off my game a little bit. But, so the plan is, we talked with Mark, as you saw, and this paint sets really, really quickly. So the idea here is going to be, do one entire section, one entire panel, both coats, because this stuff sets really quickly. So we're going to start on the firewall in the back, in the cowl, we're going to get all that stuff done, do one coat, and then go back through to a second coat before we move on to fender, cross member, and then the front. So that's the plan at this point in time. This should take about 2 hours to get everything set. We have now got 7 cans of paint, which should be enough if we're using 2, 2, 2, and then 1, 1. At least that's the idea. So that's 8. Whatever. You're not here for math. We're going to push this thing back up front where it was just a little bit ago. Put the tent back over top of it, and let's get painting. You ready? Excited?
Yep. Let's get this done.
To make this thing pretty
So
again?
about 2 hours in mechanics time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like 4 hours in real world time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I've learned this.
Yeah. All right, let me get the horsies and we'll push this thing back up front.
Look at that.
You happy?
Look at that.
You can start to see a little bit. Color to color. Body color. New paint color. I think we're gonna look good.
Not bad for rattle can.
Expensive rattle
Paint
cans,
job,
but
yeah.
rattle can paint job.
But it's custom. Because trying to find that color in, you know,
Yeah.
regular spray can is not going to happen. I
So-
did see one color at one of the hardware stores we went to, and it was definitely a darker green. It would have passed, but this is Mo Better. This is definitely Mo Better.
Turned out pretty good so far. We drastically underestimated the amount of paint we're gonna need, however. So we are most of the way through the new cans. The old cans that I had sitting out here are spraying a little splotchy, so we're gonna save those for the bottom pieces. But the paint is a bit thinner than what we were expecting, so we're gonna have to lay it on a little thicker than what we wanted originally. So I'm going to make an emergency run back out to Buckeye Lake. I just sent Mark a text message that I need more cans of paint, so he's in the process of making more cans. I'm gonna run my butt back out there, and she's gonna get back to the engine bay here, and yeah, do some more painting. And we've also got to do a little bit of fixing on the edges there, where when we had it taped off to do the blasting, taped a little too far down the fender well, and it's left a little bit of a black streak. So we're gonna have to do a little touchy on the edges, but otherwise it's coming along nicely. I'm gonna leave you guys with Katrina, and I'm gonna head to Buckeye Lake. See you in a bit, Mark. Katrina, take it away.
Couple hours mechanics time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this paint job is not going to be a 10, but I'm okay with that. I'm shooting for a 7, 6, minimal, okay? It definitely looks a lot better than it did before, and I'm sure there will be some before and after pictures inserted in the video here somewhere. But these custom spray cans do not like to be turned upside down or sideways. But a really cool thing is the nozzle is rotatable. So you just take some needle nose pliers. I can rotate it in any direction that I need. So that takes a little extra time. And basically I am, you know, sitting in the engine bay, getting all the little nooks and crannies and figuring out how to use this unique spray can and you have to hold it really close to get better coverage. Usually, you know, you're used to a spray can 6 to 12 inches for best coverage. Not this. This stuff is really, really thin, and you've got to get in pretty close to get some good coverage. So again, not going to be a 10, 6 or a 7, but I'm cool with that. But look how much nicer that looks compared to what it looked like before. It looked like butt, ugly butt at that. So I'm definitely happy with the result.
Well, I've got my paint. I've been driving back to the shop for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so because, you know, it's afternoon Friday, sunny, terrible traffic driving. I just want to say one more time, and I know you guys are probably tired of me saying this, but huge thank you to Mark at A1. I was talking to somebody at lunch about like the way it used to be. You know, when you used to have mom and pop shops and people were like real personal care and they really went above and beyond to be able to take care of their customers. He sent one of his guys like 20 minutes to meet me to be able to give me this paint so that I didn't have to drive the extra 20 minutes to get there. You know, it's things like that. Like I could send him, hey, I need another set of paint. He made me 4 more bottles. He packaged them up and he sent his dude to help me, you know, meet me halfway there. Like, that's the kind of stuff that you used to be able to get from a lot of small businesses. And, you know, nothing against Lowe's or Home Depot or Ace Hardware or wherever, but try to get one of those guys to bring you parts and meet you in a Best Buy parking lot. Good luck. You know, good luck.
Okay, we have done 3 to 4 coats all along the edge here, where most of it's going to be seen. It definitely looks better. Of course, the more coats that we add, we've got a couple spots that are really hard to get in. just because of the angle. This crossbar and this part looks really good as well. We've pretty much hammered that as much as we could. Alright, and same thing all along up here. And gonna maybe touch up these sidewalls a little bit more. I think we hit those a couple more times. Yes, we have some drippy spots, but oh well. And he hit back there with like another heavy coat. So we're trying to visualize what is going to be seen and what isn't going to be seen. And probably this area we are just going to paint flat black, because it's not going to be seen once the engine is in. We're basically concentrating on most of the top portion and what is going to be seen when the hood is open. That's going to be extremely difficult to get to because you cannot turn the can upside down. It does not like it. And I know that area looks pretty bad, but it's super difficult to get in there. But we definitely have more paint coming, and we can try to touch up these areas as best as we can, but it's just a really hard area to get into. And then looking, if anybody's looking from this angle, I'm gonna touch up this back area as well a little bit more. So majority of it is done. Looks a lot better than the ugly multicolored grease baked mess that it was. And there is Austin with more paint.
Got your respirator on.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, because we're being safe here. Look at that. Custom installed run there.
Yep.
God, I tell you. It's looking good though. She's coming along. She is coming along.
So I said this stuff does not like to go upside down.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Man, that's easy.
Easy for me.
Might I just say that you look fantastic in a respirator.
Yeah.
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 It's a great look for you.
It hurts my nose.
I bet.
I even loosened it, and it's very hard to wear this with glasses, and I must have my glasses.
Where you can't see anything.
I can't see shit. There's another one more.
Yep, because you got old lady eyes.
That's not gonna show. I don't give a shit. Alright.
Keep blasting. Something I want to include in this video, and I don't think I've mentioned this yet, is we don't do this. This is not a service you're ever going to get from us. Don't call us and ask if we can do this for you. No. The answer is no. We don't do this. This is purely we're doing this with Katrina kind of thing because this is her car. We might occasionally lay some paint down on one of our own vehicles, but generally speaking, no. This is not something we ever do. So none of this is done professionally. A lot of this is probably not done the way you'd like to do it, but that's not our problem because this is not something we do. Just so we have that, we all understand. One more can cached. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that is a job well done. We are going to leave the K-member as it is. We're going to actually paint that black and the front subframe. Paint that all black. The bushings are going to get replaced anyway. The sway bar and the steering are all going to get replaced, as is the caster rod. I have all brand new stuff from Firm Feel that's going to go on there. But otherwise, I think that turned out absolutely fantastic. Now, I said this earlier, and I'm sure Katrina's mentioned this as well. We're not looking for, you know, concourse restoration stuff here. This is not a make it perfect kind of situation. This is make it look nice, and it's going to be a driver. She's going to enjoy this car just like she did before. It's just going to have a whole lot meaner motor in it. Originally, when we bought this car, it was originally a 400 big block. It is going to have a 400 big block just with a 451 cubic inch stroker in it. Makes a whole lot more power than the old motor did, but it's still going to be a driver. Is she going to race this car? Yeah, she's going to race this car. But that's not the intention. The whole purpose of this car is for her to have something cool to drive around in and have a good time with. Sun is setting. It's the end of the day. Any words of wisdom, any experiences you've had?
Well, I did do some recording earlier, but this is a very different paint to work with.
Yeah.
It's very thin. It's not your typical 6 to 12 inches away from the logo. It's like literally you gotta get like on top of it. You gotta paint real close, and you just keep going coat after coat because it does dry very fast. So,
these are our head hinges here, so those will be all nice and purty. We did forget that until the last little bit, but fortunately we have some more extra paint.
Yep.
So there you go, folks. We'll wrap it up there. Officially, paint is completed on the Mopar. We're going to do some reassembly at this point in time. It is Friday evening. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day, and then Sunday is going to be a terrible day. So we're going to do a little bit of reassembly probably Saturday, if we possibly can, to keep the fresh paint from getting bugs and, you know, rain and all that fun stuff on it. But, you know, it's paint. It is what it is. And then get motor mounts in this thing. Well, get the cradle and everything painted, but then get motor mounts in it, get that motor set down in it. We can start moving forward. Very, very excited to get this done. I don't want to promise any kind of a timetable because I have a complete and total liar if I give you guys a timetable on when this thing will be done and when it'll be running. But at least it's moving forward. It's getting closer. We're going to keep working on it because Katrina really wants to drive this thing before it's, you know, snow flying here in Ohio. So anyway, thanks for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely not our normal kind of thing, but it's a process. It's a build. You know, this is something most of you guys have probably all had to deal with, is trying to make your, you know, your creation look a little bit better, and the trials and tribulations and massive amount of time it takes to really get it right. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. To see more of the 73 Charger and 73 Charger chick Katrina over here painting hard. Sun is setting and she's still going at it. Thanks for being here, people. We appreciate you guys supporting us, all this. It's awesome. It's humbling, and we'll keep doing what we do. So see you in the next one. Take care. Say bye to the people.